So we of course have a very, very busy life, so we want to make sure we find ways to simplify things and make sure that everybody's well taken care of still. So we make sure the chickens and the ducks have food at all times. So in containers like this, the ducks like to eat out of here just because it's a larger opening. However, they can still get to this thing as well. So yeah, so we're gonna feed them. They have oyster shell, of course, at their leisure. So that's free choice. And for the most part, we just make sure they're food. And I do change over their water quite frequently because the ducks obviously make a huge mess. But for the most part, make sure they're always fed. Still keeping them alive so they can produce eggs for us. We take care of them, they take care of us. I'm going to show you a chicken garden that I'm also doing for the chickens. I know you'll think probably that I'm crazy, but I'm going to show it to you. Even though they do get into the backyard, sometimes we just let them roam free. They do scratch up the lawn pretty bad. So we keep that to a minimum. So I want to make sure they have a nice garden for themselves with herbs, and I'm going to put some mint. I have comfrey there. I am going to put stinging nettle as well. Stinging nettle has a lot of health benefits for us and the chickens. So I'm gonna put like a whole bunch of stuff, mostly perennials, but I'll probably seed some lettuce and cilantro or whatever else they want. So they're gonna have lots to choose from in their little garden. So I'll show that to you guys. So this is their chicken garden. So I did put chicken wire here so they don't get to the little seedlings just yet. But stolen this from the garden. I have oregano here and some stinging nettle. I'll put other things. I've already seeded some stuff like lettuce, and what else did I put in here? Just a whole bunch of random seeds that I had extra of. All right. This rooster, come on, get out of here. Come on, out. Get. Great, get him. All right, a little intermission to deal with the rooster. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. So I hope they survive. I did yoink them out of the garden, and we'll transplant them here. I know it's probably not the best time to do it, but here we are. So I have basically put a log here, like whatever we could find from when we were cleaning up the forest, and then I put some soil here, and they have a garden with the chicken wire. All right, let me try to work around Pavarotti here before he kicks my butt. Okay, so I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to do it. I have like the bigger holes here. I was thinking when the plants get really, really big, I can remove this smaller hole chicken wire and give them more access to it. But I wouldn't want them to scratch up this whole garden bed basically, because they will, looking for bugs and stuff like that. They'll scratch it up. So I'm gonna move this and start planting. All right, let's start planting. Just gonna keep an eye on the rooster. Doesn't kick my butt. All right, I just covered the soil so it doesn't dry up, of course, especially if I didn't have anything in here. So let's start with oregano. We'll put it right here. So they're pretty big roots because this stuff's been growing, I think, for a few years. I've had it in that particular one I had in the greenhouse, but I do have some in the garden as well. All right. Hopefully it'll do well. We'll water it. Oh, hi. There's a kitty right here. Hopefully it'll catch and the chickens can enjoy it. And they'll leave my garden alone, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, so we'll just do that. And then I have some stinging nettle. I know it's crazy to think, but it's so beneficial for us, for the chickens in terms of health, and it won't sting them. So they really do enjoy it. I've given them this before. So this has a lot of, so it does seed, but it also has a taproot, so it does spread really well. So I think it'll be awesome to have it in here and kind of let it do its thing. So for the chickens, of course, I don't want to be spending a lot of time in their garden. I have enough stuff to do in my own garden. So we're going to make things very simple, a lot of perennials, but stuff that's good. Stuff that's good for the chickens and stuff that they will enjoy. So I'm going to put the stinging nettle in and water it and see how it goes. Okay, and back to this. So stinging nettle, oregano, I have comfrey in here. And again, I have stuff in here that I hope spreads and goes wild, because on the other side of this fence, it's just forest. So I won't mind. I don't have to keep it contained. I don't have to worry about it, keeping it tamed and cutting it back and worried about it spreading. I wanted to do that so the chickens can enjoy year round. And then again, less planting for me, being perennials. Let them spread, let them do their thing. I'm actually going to put mint in here. Why not?